What's up, gamers? Today we are going to be talking about the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie, as it is video game related, and I don't normally do movie reviews, but it is a video game movie adaptation, so we gotta talk about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that small little intro before the review, as I'm trying to start doing little skits depending on what I'm talking about and things, different ideas running through my head. That was just something simple and quick and easy to do, so I thought that was kind of fun. Anyways, guys, when we come to the movie, the basic plot line is surrounding, this is in the trailers, so no spoilers, related to the Chaos Emeralds, as they have officially introduced Chaos Emeralds and Robotnik coming back from the Mushroom World. I will not explain how or what happens, but Knuckles is awesome. I'll just say that much. He is so cool. Tails is great too. They really nailed the characters in this movie and what they are really like in the video games and how they act and how they're portrayed. The voice actors. Idris Elba as Knuckles. I tell you, he perfect, fantastic. Now Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik has returned, and he is fantastic as ever. I guess some people have said some of the jokes don't hit that well, and I guess maybe that's true, but he was great as ever, and for the most part, I think that all of the dialogue that he had for this movie was fantastic, and you can tell that he did improv a few times too, no doubt, because that's just how Jim Carrey is, and you know, he's such a fantastic actor. The CGI in this movie was very, very impressive. Sonic, anything computerized in this movie was fantastic, really well done. The details on the fur and everything for Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, absolutely incredible. I was blown away at how awesome that they looked. Like, it looked even better than the first movie, and the first movie looked great as it was. You can really tell that the redesign of Sonic with the first movie, bringing it over again, of course, obviously, because before we don't talk about the original design, but you can really tell that that design is so perfect in the way that it is, and the voice actors were great. The voice acting was fantastic. The story was pretty straightforward in a way, but in a good way. Honestly, for the most part, it was it's more or less a little bit of a predictable type of movie, but that's fine because it's Sonic, and I wasn't going into this not expecting like anything crazy, but I wanted it to be just a really fun sequel to the last Sonic movie, which the last one was all about family, and a really nice family movie, and this one succeeded in doing the same thing that one did, as being a really fun family movie about family and friendship. The things that Dr. Robotnik does in this movie is awesome, and like how he has, it's in the trailers, so no spoilers, but how he has that circle thing from the game that he uses, his little space thing, and how Knuckles hangs on the side of it. And the story, the character development of Knuckles in this movie, without spoiling anything, is really well done. How they worked it into the plot line of the storyline was really cool. The action sequences were also really fun to watch, and a ton of fun and awesome. Like the snowy mountain part with Sonic on the the snowboard, basically, that whole sequence was incredible. It was so much fun to watch. And the scene at the end of the movie was also absolutely fantastic. The whole third act, without spoiling anything, was so much fun and everything I would have wanted from a Sonic movie. The first movie was great, sure. It was a great setup. It's a wonderful movie. I love it. But this one did some amazing things in the third act that I always wanted to see if we were getting a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. The first one was a great setup, a build-up, and then in the sequel, they did everything correct that I wanted. There was a couple minor, very small gripes that I have, and I guess I'll talk a little bit about that. Now when it comes to my gripes for the movie, there's not really much because I'm such a mega Sonic fan. Like, there's a lot of people who are going to give it like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 maybe. Kids are going to give it a 10 out of 10. Kids are going to love this movie, especially if they love the first movie a lot. The kids are going to absolutely love this movie. But for me as a big Sonic fan, as a massive Sonic fan, I'm going to have to straight up tell you, I gotta give it a 10. I gotta give it a 10. I have a couple gripes, but I don't want to lower my score because the third act just brought it back up. My score was going a little down at one point, and then it went back up. The reason why my score did go down a little bit before I shot it back up to a 10 was there's a scene in this movie related to the wedding that, you know, there's a wedding because of the trailer. There's a sequence there that didn't really work for me. personally. It might work for some other people, but it was something that I don't really know if it was necessary the way that they did it, or they could have made a couple cuts in there to make it work a little bit better, like mush it together a little bit better. But other than that, for the most part, the story for me, the main focus truly was Sonic, Tails, and the other characters. The side human characters you don't really see as much as you thought that you would, and that's a good thing because they are not the focus. It's like when you make Godzilla, you know Godzilla 2014, right? It's a Godzilla movie, but the whole movie, for the most part, majority of the movie, is focused on the human characters. And I think that's a downside when it comes to those Godzilla movies. And that's why I loved Godzilla vs. Kong so much, because I feel like we got way more Godzilla in that. Some people may say Godzilla King of the Monsters did, but for me, that movie doesn't even really hit me that much. But Godzilla vs. Kong, personally, I absolutely love that movie. But that's off topic of Sonic. I'm just making an example of a movie that the human characters are the focus and not the CGI characters or the characters that we know and love from the games or from the old movies or cartoons or you name it. So if you are a huge Sonic fan and have not seen this movie, I really believe you gotta see this movie. You absolutely gotta see this movie. If you grew up with Sonic, you love Sonic. I grew up with what you can see back there, the Sonic Mega Collection. I grew up playing that a lot. I did not grow up with the Sega Genesis or Sega Saturn. Well, we did have a Sega Saturn at one point, but I didn't grow up with playing Sonic on a Sega. I grew up with playing Sonic on the GameCube with the Mega Collection, playing Sonic 1, 2, 3, Bean Machine, and all the other Sonic games that were on there. So these movies, I'm gonna be honest, I think I like Sonic 2 more than Mortal Kombat. Some of you might hate me for that, because that original Mortal Kombat movie is so good. I think I'm over-exaggerating a little bit right now, because I absolutely love that movie a lot, the Mortal Kombat movie. And this movie was fantastic. I think it depends on how it ages, you know? I think over time, the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie will age pretty well as the first one did. So over time, we'll see where it goes. Now, they also did set up a post-credit scene that I will not spoil for a third film. So, and they already plan on doing a third film, and this one's doing really well in the box office, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be greenlit soon if it hasn't already, even though they already have plans for it. And they also have plans for a Knuckles TV show, so that's really cool that they're branching off a little bit outside of the main Sonic movies, and they want to do spin-offs and stuff. I'm curious what all they're going to bring into the third movie, and into the Knuckles show as well, and what characters we're going to continue to get, which is awesome and exciting. Now, I want to talk really quick about that post-credit scene. So this is a spoiler warning right now. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I kind of had an assumption of what it was going to be. So take that as you will. Just a small spoiler of the post-credit scene. It's all right. I'm going to talk about it real quick. You can skip ahead if you want, but Shadow the Hedgehog is going to be in the third movie. It's looking like, which is awesome. That's all I wanted to talk about really was the fact that they showed Shadow, and that's actually my favorite Sonic character. So, like, the fact that they showed Shadow and he looked really, really good, it just gets me hyped and pumped for a third movie, which hopefully we'll get in a couple more years. Okay, that was the only spoiler territory. I'm going back to non-spoiler. I know that's kind of silly that I went from non-spoiler to spoiler, back to non-spoiler. But anyways, the plot line's fairly basic, but in a good way. The characters are awesome. Amazing. The side characters are just whatever. You're not here for them, so, you know, it doesn't really matter to me. And then the third act was absolutely phenomenal. Amazing what they did. One of the things that they did, I literally had goosebumps because of what they did, and I was just so happy. Anyways, guys, I already put a rating on it. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I'm probably over-exaggerating and fanboying a little bit, but the fanboy in me just can't help but to give it a 10 because of all of my reasons behind, well, the movie, what happened. There was just so many cool aspects in this movie, and the comedy was hit or miss a little bit, but it worked for me the way the first movie worked for me, if you know what I mean. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for my review of the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie. I hope you guys enjoyed the very small, short skit at the beginning. I have more plans to do more of that kind of stuff in the future. I don't know about movie reviews, though. I wanted to review this movie because it was a video game-related movie. Apologies if you had to skip ahead due to spoiler-related content in there. For the post-credit scene, it was just a little warning. Anyways, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this movie review. And we're going to talk more about video games and different things, you know, in the future as time goes on. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe to the channel and join me on this adventure. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Later.